Hello everybody, and welcome to this new channel that I am trying to start and get up. I think that I'm going to be one of the few content creators that does not want to go viral for this, and I hope that I have no traffic on this channel. We're going to be talking about how to get out of very unsafe and unhealthy situations and relationships. I'm going to offer a series of videos, and I think that for each video I will title them the topic of the discussion. I'm going to try to keep them short because I know if you are watching these, you might be in a closet somewhere or in your car somewhere, maybe not at home or not around other people. So I will do my best to get straight to the point on the other videos that I make. I was in a very unhealthy relationship for about 6 years. It was physically, emotionally, mentally abusive. I want to take a lot of what I learned through that process and put it out there in a series of videos so that if somebody is going through the same thing, you have an idea of where to start to become safe again. That is my goal for these. I will put in front of every video, I am not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. I don't give legal advice. I don't have that. It is different for every state. Only you know the situation that you are in, and you know the bounds of safety that you are in. So as you go through these videos, please keep that in mind. As I make these videos, I'm going to come from the point of worst case scenario and then work backwards. These aren't going to be in any specific order, so find the title of the caption that you are wanting to know information about the most, and I would recommend starting there. There are going to be some things that I talk about that I don't think are as high of a priority, so that might be one of the later videos, especially when we get to things like clothes and what to take with you and how to take them safely. Clothes can always be replaced. There are a lot of places out there that can help you rebuild your life. And in the grand scheme of things, to me, that was one of the, I don't want to say easiest because nothing about this is easy, but that was one of the things to be less worried about as you are making, I'm going to call it your escape, because that's what you're doing. In my videos, I will say he a lot. I'm going to try my best to say partner, significant other, them, they, family. I'm going to try my best, but just because of my personal situation and experience and what I went through, it is going to automatically come off as he. That by no means says that women can't be abusers, okay? Let's say that anybody is welcome to my videos. I hope that they help anybody in any situation that they are in. I am not taking away from the fact that women can be abusers as well, but just because of my experience, I know that I'm going to slip up and probably say he sometimes. But really, this can be for anybody in a domestic violence situation. I am making this channel because I see a lot on TikTok and Facebook and the news about unsafe relationships, and the very first comments that I see are, get out, leave, why are you still there? And I think for somebody not living in the situation, they don't understand how that's not as easy as they make it sound. Why don't you just leave? Well, there are a lot of reasons why you can't just leave or can't just get out, and we're going to acknowledge that. And we're going to talk about some of it, and we're going to talk about ways that we can kind of get through that process. If you are watching these videos and you're wanting help to get out, I just want to take a moment to say how brave you are for even searching for this. My goal is to educate just the public that it's not as easy as just leave or just get out. And I never see anybody on those comments offering that kind of help. You say get out and then you stop. What else do you have to say? How are you going to help me get out? And that's starting to really upset me. So I'm going to start posting these videos for people to get the help that they need to get out. And this might not be for everybody. I can only speak on my experience and what I went through and things that helped and things that didn't. And as I mentioned before, each law varies, or each state varies their law on things that you can and can't do. I will always say, speak to a lawyer in your state first. I also understand that that is a financial burden that you might not be able to do as the first step. But I will always say, before you do anything like leave or move out, or especially if children are involved, speak with a family court lawyer. You have to, just to protect yourself. I am going to try my best to make these videos be about the help. I'm not going to make it all about me, but I am going to sprinkle in life experiences so that you know I'm not talking out of my arse when I talk about this stuff. We're going to talk about things like legal advice. We're going to talk about getting safe. We're going to talk about possible financial situations, possible moving situations, documentation, and then most importantly, just making sure that you are okay. I would love any feedback. Do any of these videos help? Is there anything else that you would like to include in these? I'm going to try to do as much as I can tonight. My husband and boys are out of town, so it's a little bit more quiet in the house. And I've been thinking about this for a long time. So I think now's the time. It's been weighing on me pretty heavy. So now I'm going to start this series. And again, please, by any means, if there's anything that you need to know, anything that you could want me to elaborate on, let me know. I'm glad you found my channel, but I'm sorry you had to find my channel. And with that, I'll get into posting the first one. And just, again, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments if you can, if it's safe. And we'll get some more about that in the documentation video. I think we're going to do that next. Thank you.